People's Republic of Bangladesh is celebrating the 51st anniversary of independence. Its Independence Day is celebrated on the 26th of March every year to mark the day Sheikh Mujibur Rahman declared independence before the Liberation War began. The government estimates around 3 million people were killed in the 9-month conflict. Independence Day is a memorial to the deaths of millions of civilians and valiant freedom fighters who died in the Bangladesh Liberation War.
বাংলাতে হয় সূর্যোদয়
দেখিয়ে দেয়ার ইচ্ছে চোখে
পৃথিবী অবাক তাকিয়ে রয়
Bangladesh, the land of the Bengals, is a country of South Central Asia located in the delta of the Padma and Jamuna rivers in the northeastern part of the Indian subcontinent. It is the 8th most populous country in the world, with a population exceeding 163 million people.
চোখে স্বপ্ন মুখে হাসি
Since its founding in 1971, Bangladesh has emerged from overwhelming poverty to be proclaimed by the World Bank in 2020 as a model for poverty reduction. It achieved the highest cumulative GDP growth globally from 2010 to 2020 and is now on course to become a developed country by 2041. 51 years after the independence, the country now wants to tell the world about its progress and development. A ceremony to mark the 51st Independence Day of Bangladesh was held in Colombo last Saturday.
Today we are gathered here at the Golfis Hotel premises to celebrate the Independence Day of Bangladesh. Today is very special for us because we've crossed a milestone. It's 50 years since Sri Lanka and Bangladesh has commenced their diplomatic ties. And to celebrate this occasion, many diplomats and invitees are participating at the event.
As you know, today is the 51st Independence and National Day of Bangladesh. Auspiciously, this year also marks another momentous occasion, the 50 years of Bangladesh-Sri Lanka diplomatic relations. Our two governments have commenced the joint celebration on 4th of March, the day Sri Lanka recognized Bangladesh in 1972. Thank you for joining us. Your presence is a wonderful manifestation of your goodwill towards Bangladesh, and we deeply value this gesture. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh's independence was led by our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Under his undisputed leadership, we achieved our independence. On this day, we pay our deepest homage to him, as well as to our millions of martyrs, our war heroines, and all the freedom fighters. We also convey our gratefulness to our foreign friends who extended wholehearted support for the cause of our independence. Ladies and gentlemen, today, Bangladesh stands tall in the Committee of Nations as a responsible member, which is making significant development strides despite the pandemic. What a turnaround for a country dismissed as a world's basket case to be recognized by the international community in 5 decades as a development miracle. Having celebrated its golden jubilee of independence and the birth centenary of its father of the nation, Bangladesh is now more spirited and committed to bringing changes and bring more prosperity to its people. You will be happy to know that 90% of our development works are funded from our own resources now. We have graduated from the LDC category. We have formulated for the first time in the world a 100-year-long development plan called the Delta Plan 2100. The ongoing development mega projects that we are currently undertaking is a manifestation of the strength of our and the development capacity. We are on track to transform Bangladesh into a digital, knowledge-based, developed country by the year 2041. Our efforts for achievement of SDGs also have merged into a single development track. It has been an incredible journey, and we deeply value Sri Lanka's partnership in this incredible journey. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, our bilateral relationship is all about friendship, goodwill, and good neighborliness. We have been helping each other in our small, humble, yet beautiful ways. But still, our relationship is growing in content and dynamism. We are making good progress in trade facilitation. We are working for a preferential trade agreement. We are working for investment promotion. We are working for tourism promotion. We are also in the process of opening up new avenues to make our cooperation more fruitful. Our two nations enjoy historical legacy, shared culture and values, similar aspiration, and identical development challenges. The warmth of our people-to-people contact lies at the heart of our relationship. The turn of 50 years gives us satisfaction for what we have achieved and the path we have traversed together. These 50 years also provides us with a solid foundation for our partnership in the next century and beyond. We are looking forward to the journey ahead to make it more beneficial and meaningful for our two peoples. With these words, I would like to conclude. Joy Bangla. Now, I would like to propose a toast. The toast is for the remarkable 50 years of Bangladesh-Sri Lanka relationship. I wish all of you who are present here and the people of the two countries all happiness and prosperity. Long live Bangladesh-Sri Lanka friendship.
It gives me a great pleasure to join with you today to celebrate 51st anniversary of Independence Day and National Day of Bangladesh. And I note with great satisfaction that this year also marked 50th anniversary of the establishment of Bangladesh-Sri Lanka diplomatic relations. On behalf of His Excellency President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and the Prime Minister Honorable Mahinda Rajapaksa and the people of Sri Lanka, I wish to convey my best wishes to the people of Bangladesh. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the cordial relation with our two nations enjoy dating back over the 25 centuries. With the first migrant from Bengal or Vanga Desha, believed to have arrived in Sri Lanka using a maritime routes. Archaeological evidence demonstrates that Sri Lanka and Vanga Desh kingdom, located in the modern day of Bangladesh, has experienced vibrant trade exchange since 60th century BC. It must be mentioned that Sri Lanka was one of the few countries to establish diplomatic relations in 1971 with the new nation of the People's Republic of Bangladesh. Since then, our two countries have had close cooperation in trade, investment, education, and agriculture. The visit of Sri Lanka Prime Minister Honorable Mahinda Rajapaksa last year marked a significant milestone in these flourish bilateral relations. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh celebrated 50th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relation in March this year. Dear friends, as a neighbor and a close friend, Sri Lanka is proud of and inspired from the impressive stride that Bangladesh had made in overcoming many challenges to emerge as one of the economic powerhouse in South Asia. Our trade and investment exchanges continue to grow rapidly during the last few decades. Capitalizing on the conducive investment climate, more than 100 Sri Lankan companies have invested in Bangladesh in a wide range of fields such as ready-made garment, banking and finance, power generation, construction, hospitality, healthcare and education. We must admit that current trade volume between the two countries does not reflect to the true potential trade and economic ties. It is noteworthy to mention that towards enhancing the two-way trade, both countries have taken necessary measurement to conclude the free trade agreement. Distinguished guests, cooperation in shipping sector is yet another area interested in both countries in terms of enhancing trade and investment. Both countries are preparing for the first joint working group on shipping, which is going to be held in Colombo soon. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh shares interest in the field of education, culture and defense. Every year, both countries grant many undergraduates and postgraduate scholarships to the students' community. A considerable number of scholarships self-financed Sri Lankan students are pursuing studies in the field of medicine in Bangladesh. We are convinced that enhancing people-to-the-people contact is key to further considerable bilateral ties. Expatriate workers of both countries remain key source of foreign exchange earning. Around 2,500 and 3,000 Sri Lankan expatriates are working in Bangladesh at present, contributing to the economies of both countries. Ladies and gentlemen, in the era of multilateralism, we have contributed to the formation of NAM, SAARC, BEMSTIC, and IORA. We are pleased that these regional groups continue to contribute to the socio-economic development of the member countries. Sri Lanka values the role of Bangladesh in multilateral fora, including in the area of climate change and the blue economy. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, allow me to paraphrase the word of founding father of modern Bangladesh, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who eloquently summarized the foreign policy of Bangladesh. friendship towards all, malice towards none, which is very similar to tenets of the foreign relations that Sri Lanka adopts. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please join me on this joyous occasion in the toast to the good health and well-being of His Excellency Muhammad Abdul Hamid, the President, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister, and the friendship and cooperation between the Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Cheers.
As we celebrate 50 years of bilateral relationship with Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, we are gathered here at the Golfers Hotel premises at the 51st Independence Day celebration of Bangladesh. So we have with us Abdur Rahim Siddiqui, who is the WFP representative and country director Sri Lanka. He is also here at this occasion. So as a Bangladeshi citizen, I would like to ask his views upon the bilateral relationship between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh.
Thank you very much. First of all, I feel very privileged and honored to attend this occasion today, which is the 51st anniversary of our independence. It also marks the 50th anniversary of the bilateral relationship between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. I personally believe that this relationship, bilateral relationship, is excellent and based on mutual cooperation, respect, and regional economic development. So yeah, I think it's a memorable day.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us, and enjoy the rest of the night. It certainly is a very joyous occasion, and the High Commissioner of Bangladesh also did make an address on the bilateral relationship between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, and it is certainly a milestone because this is the 50th anniversary of the bilateral relationship between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. And with that, it's time for us to say our goodbyes as well. Hope you enjoyed this special program on the 51st Independence Day celebration of Bangladesh. Thank you very much for tuning in.